Lord. Johnny Hiland. Orange Blossom Special. Back it up, baby. Woo-wee. Good Lord, man. You hear that guitar picking right there? We are very excited. Good morning, folks. Coffee and country music here. We're about getting ready for a really special call, a really special interview with a good friend, Johnny Hiland. But for the meantime, enjoy this nice chicken picking guitar. Folks, it doesn't get any better than this. Real honky-tonk, real country music. Check it out. Little Johnny Hiland for you guys. You. That's what I'm talking about right there. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Nothing better to start your day with a nice cup of joe. Pecan flavored. If you like your coffee frothy, that's all dandy. Just make sure you have a little bit of that country music alongside with it. Make sure you follow and like Coffee and Country Music on Instagram and Facebook. Let's get ready for this phone call now. Abe back here with Coffee Country Music.
Yeah, Abe, how are you, brother?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. We appreciate you giving us some time out of your schedule to do a little quick interview for the folks out here in Southwest Texas. Now, Johnny, a lot of folks that might not know, to me, you're one of my guitar heroes, the most iconic guy that I can think of. Very all-around musician, very talented artist, songwriter, producer. Man, you're the jack of all trades. How are you doing today, brother?
I am doing fantastic, man. It's a overcast day here in Chatham, Virginia, but picking and grinning and doing well.
Man, brother, I'm glad to hear that. So we're going to dive right into it. I heard a few interviews. I actually follow the Troubadour podcast. Man, what a wonderful interview they did. You were talking about at 10 years old, Ricky Skaggs was a vital part that changed your life. What exactly was it?
It really was, man.
What exactly was it that made that turning point?
Well, Abe, I was playing bluegrass music at the time, brother, and of course, being a youngster, it was a lot easier to lug an acoustic guitar around.
Exactly.
But when I saw Ricky at the Bangor Auditorium in 1985, man, that's back when he had, Highway 40 Blues and Country Boy and all the big hits out. And to be honest, man, he jumped up on the PA speaker with a purple Joe Glazer Telecaster, man, and just proceeded to change my life. And literally watching his electric virtuosity, man, I told my dad I have to put the acoustic up and get it electric. That's
fantastic, man. That's what a wonderful story. For me, when I got into country music, I was 8 years old. I was in elementary school, and I heard the fiddle for the first time, and it was John Anderson's Seminole Wind. And
yes, sir.
That was it for me. For me personally, the fiddle was the main instrument that got me into it. As I proceeded and, this whole songwriting thing, and I went to Nashville, was part of that NSAI, the Nashville Songwriter Association. Then I got a chance to meet you and got that lesson from you. And I just think that there's so many vital things for anybody that's aspiring for the music career, for that music bug. And I think that your talent overall, I mean, you play 22 instruments. I know that you've self-produced a lot of your records. Heck, you've even played the drums on some of them, correct?
Yes, in fact, the new album I'm fixing to put out this year is going to be called The Chatham Sessions, and I did play everything on them.
Holy smokes, that is impressive, man. Talk about being the one-man band. For me, when I write a song, I like to get all the pieces involved, so I play a little bit of bass, minimal keys, and I try to set the rhythm and get the idea flowing, and then I like to get a few folks involved that are musically inclined. For you, what is your approach going into the studio? Do you have your mindset on the sound that you want, or do you have a co-producer? What's your approach?
Well, I must say, when I first write the songs, brother, it gives me a very clear idea of where I want it to go. And of course, you instantly, as a songwriter, have the sound in your head you want. Now, when you're in the studio, that doesn't necessarily mean that the song is not going to take on a life of its own and completely blow your mind, that it's going to change.
Yeah.
So I always love to rely on a great engineer, man, because I will suggest something and they'll say, well, that's a great idea, brother. But if you really change this, you're gonna change the whole face of the tune. And so I think an adept engineer is really one of the best things you can have when producing your own stuff, because you're so connected to it, and the engineer may not necessarily be as connected as you, but yet they know the ins and the outs of studio recording, and they're obviously able to help in production and stuff, knowing what to do and what not to do. So there's times I like trying weird things, and engineers laugh at me, but sometimes it's just a matter of hearing it and then going, yeah, you're right, man, that didn't work. So,
man, brother, we really appreciate you sharing those golden words with us, and hopefully folks out there that are looking into writing their own material or producing their own music, they can go on with a mindset of finding the adequate studio engineer that can be of assistance of what, like you mentioned right now. And so, brother, we want to talk about another important aspect of your music career, your wife. She's been your prime supporter. She's been by your side. She was in Nashville with you, and now she's helping you manage the music career.
Well, Abe, honestly, brother, the first thing I can say is we put God first in our lives.
That's awesome, man.
I know people say, oh, man, he's starting to preach. No, I'm not. Here's my point. Here's the truth, though. We put God first, and really my love for Kimmy is so strong that over the years, she became a very overprotective wife of me, because, let's face it, man, in the music industry, not everybody is out for your best interest.
Exactly.
There are a lot of people who have ulterior motives for getting involved with you, and that could be anything from a manager to even close bandmates may have a different idea for what they want out of you.
Exactly.
But the fact of the matter is, man, your wife or your significant other is going to be the person that's going to stand by you the closest and know your every emotion that happens in the industry. So Kimmy did become very protective of me, and I think since moving to Chatham, Virginia, I've certainly been through 3 or 4 different managers in my career and had numerous booking agents and things happen in my life, but Kimmy has always been that person that has always been like my relationship with Christ. She's been the rock, man, that's held me together.
That's fantastic.
At times where I just thought, man, how could this person do this to me? And so now, a lot of the times, man, obviously our music business has changed a lot, but most of the time, Kimmy goes with me now. I want her with me at all times because, especially being a legally blind guy, man, she really does take good care of me, and I always tell her I always play better when she's with me, man. So when I'm on the stage and I can know that she's right in front of me or on stage watching me, I play better and my show is better.
Man, that is so awesome. Folks, once again, we have Johnny Hiland here on Coffee and Country Music. Johnny, the first time that I saw you play was when I made my first move to Nashville about 6 years ago. And I saw you playing on Broadway at Robert's Western World with the Don Kelly Band, and man, I was so impressed at the way that you just traveled to that fretboard up and down with so much ease and confidence, and it's so inspiring knowing that you have that passion, and then to learn that that you have an eye condition.
It's called nystagmus.
Nystagmus, man.
And it's just involuntary movement of the eye via the optic nerve, man. So I really can't focus on anything.
Well, I'll tell you what, brother. You definitely have the focus and drive, and you have a gift, my friend. And, it's always exciting to see you perform live and to see what kind of new music you're creating and what projects you're involved in. And, we hope to one day see you out in the Southwest area, in El Paso specifically. And I think that folks out there should give it a chance and check out your YouTube page, your Facebook page, Instagram, and go to the website as well. And I encourage the folks out there to go to johnnyhiland.net, get to know him, see more of his music.
Yes.
I downloaded all the videos. Remember I shared with you the 10-gallon videos that you put up?
Yes, you did.
And you know what, man? It's helped me out. I get stuck with certain links that I really do, and then all of a sudden I go back into that and I revisit my videos, and I'm like, all right, I got good ideas, I got fresh ideas, and I go back. It's kind of like my little Bible. per se. So I want to thank you for that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, man. And actually, our lead guitarist Xavier is a huge fan. I don't know if you recall when we did that lesson. You were gracious enough to give me one of your guitar straps and a few picks, man. And I tell you what, I shared one of the picks with the Abe Mac Band's lead guitarist, and till this day, man,
Nice.
he has it packed away safe. And man, it's been wonderful. Last thing I'll ask you, Johnny, is what do you see yourself coming up here in the next the remainder part of this year? Any big projects that you're going to be working on besides your new album? Any artists that you're working with?
There's always good stuff, man. I'm currently right now I'm writing another True Fire course, man. So I love teaching and
oh man, you got a customer with me, brother. I'll be downloading it,
man. But I would encourage folks to jump on my official page on Facebook. It's Johnny Hiland Official.
Okay.
Timmy and I do a live podcast or a live show every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you can also email me at highland007@comcast.net and book a lesson with me anytime. I love to teach.
Oh, that's awesome,
but
man.
Right now, I've been working with True Fire to do another course with them.
That's
and,
awesome.
Of course, my new album, I'm working on that as we speak. But I'm also, Abe, writing my autobiography, man.
And I was about to ask you. That's so tell us a little more about that.
Why would you do that, dude? Well, it's funny, Abe. I've had such a blessed career, man, and but yet, it's not been the easiest road, And so I've been writing a book that really tells my life story. And of course, people are like, "Why would you do that? Because your career's not done." And I said, "No, it's far from done." But I know a lot of people have been, since Johnny moved to Chatham, his life and career is going to change. No, brother, I've been more busy since I've been up here in Chatham.
That's awesome.
I think I started losing heart with the fact that Nashville has become obviously modern country, bro country, whatever you want to call it. The poppy side of what's happening to Nashville was something that I just couldn't stomach myself. I mean, I still love Merle Haggard and George Jones and Webb Pierce, Farron Young, Waylon Jennings, all the good stuff I cut my teeth on, and even though I've become friends with Brent and with Ricky Skaggs and Vince Gill and Hank Three and all the, especially playing on all the records I did and stuff, at least now, my love for that has carried, and I've realized that in being in another town, man, there are still a lot of traditional country music lovers all over this country.
It sure is.
And all over the world. So,
it sure is.
But, been working on my book, doing the new album, preparing a new True Fire course, teaching every day. And, literally, man, just staying on social media, trying to boost that up. I've got a new YouTube channel coming.
That's awesome.
And so just loving life, brother. That's all I'm doing right now.
It sounds like it. I could hear it in your voice. Man, it has been a blessing to have you on this Coffee and Country Music. What do you drink coffee by any chance?
I sure do, my brother.
Yeah.
Of course.
What's your favorite pick? Have you tried a Texas pecan flavored coffee?
No, sir, I have not.
You know what? We're gonna hook you up. There's a really good company here in Texas. Yeah, man, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you a nice bit. Do you use those Keurigs or do you use the old traditional?
No, man, I got the old Mr. Coffee maker.
Yeah.
Brother, and
all right, brother. We're gonna hook you up.
I will admit, I love trying different coffees, man. My buddy Kenny Thurman, who's out doing sound for the great Phil Vassar, he will sometimes go out with Phil and he'll bring me home some coffee. Like, of course, I'm a Folgers guy. I love just straight up Folgers. But
there you go.
The stuff that he has brought me recently was from, well, good gracious, I don't think I can. It's Do-Si-Dos.
Do-Si-Dos. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Yeah, I think it's. Where is this based out of? I can't really tell. But it's very good coffee. Got it on the road, so. Abe, I would love to try some Texas.
Man, we're gonna get with you, and then we'll tag. Once you receive it, put a little cup of Joe, that Texas pecan, and then you hashtag Coffee Country Music if you don't mind, brother. Last question for you.
I would love to.
Yeah, we'll do that for you. Last question. Since you're doing an autobiography, do you think you'll ever get into maybe writing a children's book? Doing something like that?
I have already done one.
Ooh, you do?
I've already done one, brother. Yeah.
Oh, man, I didn't do my research. Man, I'm sorry.
I'm a cartoonist.
What is it called?
No. I love drawing, man. I love doing cartoons, and I've written a book for handicapped children called Tough and Friends.
Tough and Friends.
And Yes, and I'm looking for a publisher for that book. So if you know anybody, Abe, send them my way.
I know a few folks, man. I'll send them your way. There's a fantastic company. Actually, two of them, one in Dallas, one in San Diego, and we'll definitely get you in contact with them. Man, it's been wonderful. Thank you. We went a little bit past the time, but this has been a wonderful interview with Johnny Hiland, the one and only. And brother, once again, folks can also send you messages via your website, right? JohnnyHiland.net. Is that correct?
Well, actually, you can use my straight email address. It's Hiland, Hiland 007 at Comcast.net. Reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you.
Fantastic. And we'll put that on here on the social media post for this interview. And for the folks that are the folks that are aspiring to learn the guitar, I guarantee you, he's the most patient person in the world. This has been Coffee.
Well, I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, man. This has been Coffee Country Music.
All the listeners.
Pardon me?
I want all the listeners to know, Abe, how great of a friend you've been to me, brother, and how grateful I am for your support, man. But if y'all haven't checked out Abe, of course, I know y'all have, but not only a dear friend, but a monster picker and player in his own right. And so, Abe, I just appreciate your friendship and support so much. Buddy.
You're humbling me out with those words, my friend. God bless you, bro. Send our regards to Kim. We look forward to your new album, your autobiography. It's going to be awesome, bro. You have a lot of fans here in El Paso and Southwest Texas. I guarantee you. Hopefully, we can get some of the venues out here in El Paso, maybe to book you down here. We'd love to have you out here, man. It'd be awesome.
It would be fun, brother.
I'm telling you, man. It would be fantastic.
And I want all the listeners to know too, Abe, how important it is that we keep live local music going in every community. And of course, it's my obligation to keep chicken picking alive, man.
Ooh, man.
In memory of my hero, Mr. Danny Gatt.
And do you do that, my friend? God bless you, brother. Appreciate you. This has been Johnny Hiland with Coffee Country Music. My name's Abe Mack, folks. We'll catch you on the flip side. Goodbye.